All right, we are live. Give a few minutes for people to come into the room here. Crazy show, guys. So much so that I had to jump on and do a live right away after the show, debrief, as I like to call it. Hold on, let me adjust this here real quick here. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Okay. What's up, guys? What's up? The Cardstock Trading show is over. I survived the show. I had to jump on and do a debrief to tell you guys about how crazy it was. Some of you guys, I saw you guys there. You can probably attest to this. But I'll tell you guys about the deals that went down. I'll tell you guys about the things that I saw, the craziness of the show. If you guys follow the promoter, Chris, he has his own Instagram. It's called the Cardstock Trading Show Instagram. He did a live where he addressed a lot of people complaining about that stuff. I'm not here to complain about that show at all. I thought it was crazy, but in a good way. And I'll tell you guys about it. Let me say hello to a couple people here. DJ's in the house. Hey, Surfer, what's up, Brian? Thank you so much for that care package, Brian. I know I was sending you messages through your friend's Instagram, but thank you so much for that package. That was awesome. Those beef jerky fin strips that you gave me, those things were so good. I'm gonna have to order more of those. So thank you so much, brother. I had to make myself a drink, guys. I had to make myself a drink to calm down because the show was so crazy. And I feel like I'm almost losing my voice. I was like screaming at that show. Jarrett is in the house. Beer and cardboard. Yeah, the show was insane. Probably I've been to a lot of card shows, guys, but I've never experienced anything like that crazy. The atmosphere of it all. Crazy in a bad and good way. Pokey Hollow Sports, did you come by my table today? Talk to me. We're gonna talk about the show for sure. So you were actually there. I wonder how many people in the chat were actually part at the show today. Adam Prism, it's good to see you. Jago, what's up, brother? Adam Griffin in the house. Eric Johnson, it's nice meeting you and your son today at the show today. So thank you for coming up to my table. So, you could probably speak. I would be interested to hear about your experience too. Anybody that went to the card show today, please put in some comments. Keep it positive if you can, or productive at least, or polite at least. And then I will try to highlight them. But I would love to hear you guys' take on the show today. King Cards in the house. Don't mess with the hobbies in here. Let's see here. Oh, okay, Pokey Hollow Sports. So I probably didn't see you. If you're a vendor, I barely got a chance to walk around. It was just so packed in there, so busy that I didn't have a chance to leave my table at all. Thomas in the house, Denny Doe, DJS. Yeah, it was crazy. So I'll just give you guys a breakdown as people are coming into the room here. This is the first time they hosted this show at that venue. They've hosted a show before in like a hotel where it's been a lot more structured, a lot more organized. This one was just like almost like it was like a free-for-all battle royale. That's what it felt like, because it was in a bigger space, but there was like almost triple the amount of vendors that he usually has in there. And apparently it was like first come, first serve for the tables. So you had to get there whenever you get there, right? And go in there and just grab your tables. And it was so packed that the tables were so close that the dealers were sitting back to back to each other. Like in my row, it was so thin, we couldn't even sit down. There was no room for the chairs for us to sit down. We were like back to back bumping into each other. So that was crazy how they kind of jammed us in there. We felt like sardines, to be honest. And there were so many people that were in there. It was just like constant foot traffic. So, in that regard, I would say that I don't know how he promoted his show. I helped him promote it a little bit. We had him on between Two Slabs. I was like sharing his messages, but I don't know what that guy Chris did to promote his show, but whatever he did, it worked. It worked because that place was packed. Um, so crazy, just so crazy, just nonstop from like 9 to 5 o'clock, just people coming in and out, and in and out of there. And luckily, the temperature was good. It wasn't hot or anything, so the temperature was cool. But it was just so packed. It felt almost claustrophobic at times. So I mean, that's not like a critique on the show, because he the venue that he got was too small. That's what it is. Like, the venue that he got there was too small because the amount of people in there was insane. I did a ton of deals, guys. I'm gonna go over all the deals that I did there. I'll show you guys that. I'm gonna make a vlog about it too. But I was just so blown away by this show that I had to talk about it for a little bit. Let me see if I can get some more comments here. We're starting to get a lot of people in the chat. Noiser, you know nothing about sports cards, but you keep watching. Well, I appreciate the support. I guess we're entertaining you, so I appreciate you joining in. And maybe I'll talk about it enough where we'll get you into collecting cards at some point. OG card scammer in the house. You just walked in from the Portland Card Show. Jamming, huh? Interesting. Let me know how that is, OG, because I want to go up to Portland. I want to go up to Seattle for a card show. So let me know if there's any good ones up there. Jarrett, what was hot at the show? I mean, I didn't really have a chance to walk around, so I couldn't really see what was going on, but I know there were some really, really big cards at that show. And for me personally, you guys know what I'm going to say, right? You guys know what I'm going to say. My Marvel PMGs were on fire. People ask me about those things all day long. I made a lot of deals for PMGs, which I regret, because I regret giving these away. We're not giving these away, but I regret trading them or selling them because they're in such high demand right now. I really should sit on these things, to be honest. But the way that I look at it is so many people are coming up to me and telling me that they're watching my content and that I am getting them into Marvel. I'm making them excited to collect Marvel. That makes me feel good, right? So they say, hey, we want to get into this PMG, or we want to get into this Jambalaya or Marvel card or whatever, and they're asking me to help them get into it. So I'm doing a lot of deals with people where I'm trading cards, or I'm giving people cash deals to get them into the Marvel market, just to give them that little taste and send them down that rabbit hole, which is rewarding in itself. But every time I give up a PMG, man, I feel like I'm losing a friend for sure. So, but it's all good. These people are really enjoying it. Like today, I gave up my Doctor Strange Jambalaya. I gave up my Spider-Man Bronze PMG. I gave up my Hulk Red PMG. I gave up my Spidey Gwen Red PMG. Oh man, so I gave up a lot today. But it's all good. Everybody's happy. We did some good deals, and I'll go over that with you guys in a little bit. Let me just get through these chats real quick here. DJ, oh, you're in Boston? 2 feet of snow there in Boston? Sorry about that, man. I don't know anything about snow. I live in California. It never snows here, so I can't even imagine what it's like to be in 2 feet of snow. That much must really suck. Let me see what Pookie Hollow says. It was way too busy in your area, which is a good thing. I was set up by the door. It was a great show today. Lots of people made lots of good deals. Yeah. I know that Chris went on Instagram and was trying to address some of the complaints. People were complaining about parking, for sure. And parking was definitely an issue. Like, if I'm going to be very critical about the show, I would say that the location, which is in like an industrial area, a warehouse area, I guess, it looks a little shady. It probably wasn't like this. It didn't feel like the safest place to park your car. And the street parking was very limited. And I know a lot of people who had to park very far away. I know people who parked so far away, they had to take an Uber from where they parked to get to the show. That's how far they parked. But just like Chris was saying, that's just a sign of how packed that show was. And that show was just like so many people going into that show. So that's just a sign of how well he promoted it. I think if there's any fault, it's just that location that he picked. He severely underestimated the popularity of his show. He should have got a venue way, way, way bigger than that. Maybe that was part because the Las Vegas show was canceled, so we saw a lot of people from out of town coming to this show. So maybe that was in part why it was so packed, but definitely that venue was not big enough to handle that many people. It felt like a serious fire hazard, guys. I was thinking to myself, oh my God, if there's any type of panic involved or fire or something like that, and people are running out of there, I'm dead, because I was all the way in the back. I was all the way in the back. There was like no clear exit for me that I could see. So I was just like thinking to myself, okay, all right. I'm hoping nobody does anything stupid where I have to try run away, because I'm a goner for sure. But it was all good. It was all good. Nothing bad happened. Okay. DJ Storm, where was this show? This was in Van Nuys, California. Van Nuys, California. It's not like a city particularly known for anything, I would say. But it was like in an industrial area in Van Nuys, California. Kind of near Sherman Oaks, near Burbank, you could say, if you want a reference point. Okay, what's up, OG Scammer? Always appreciate your support, brother. Thomas, yes, I got some great pickups. You guys want to hear my deals? Okay, let me tell you a couple of the deals that I made. Sorry, I had to grab a drink to like calm down my nerves, because I'm like so hyped from this show. Okay. Hold on. Where is it? Oh shoot! Hold on, guys. I gotta lift this up real quick here, so I can get something. I use my case as a stand for my computer here. Hold on. I was going to show you guys something. Give me a second. Sorry. Here it is. Okay, first pickup of the show. This Ronaldo. Let me see if I can get that. Ronaldo, 2014 Immaculate Auto, numbered out of 25. And this is the Alpha card. If you guys don't know what that means it's number 1 in the series. You may have seen this on Sunday League Investor. This was his card. I bought it off of him. This was featured on the Golden Instagram too, as being a special card because, hold on, let me see if I can get it focused. Because this card was actually only available in the basketball packs. 2014 basketball. They put in soccer cards in there to try to test it out. So imagine opening a basketball pack and pulling a Ronaldo auto, huh? How cool is that? So that was my first major pickup. I've been looking at this card for a while. Sunday League Investor had it. You know, I always set up tables and I always share tables with him. He's a super cool guy, Brian. So he gave me a good deal on this. Okay. So this was my first big soccer pickup. Soccer moves, guys. A lot of people want soccer cards right now. So anytime I can try to pick up some nice soccer cards, I'll try to do that. So that was one of my first deals. All right, let me try to go through these comments, and then I'll tell you guys about my next deal here. Okay, Eric Johnson is commenting, yeah, the parking was an issue, and the spacing was tight to move. It was like so packed in there that you could not walk down the aisles without bumping into people. Thank God everybody is super nice and polite to each other, and nobody was like getting really upset, because I must have bumped into like 30 different people just walking to get to my table. So that's how packed it was in there. It felt like you had enough space, like the aisle of an airplane. That's how much space that you had to walk. So just imagine like the aisle of an airplane with people on both sides of you. You're just kind of like bumping into people like that. That's how crazy packed it was. Oh, OG Card Scammer picked up a Hank Aaron. Nice at the Portland show. That's cool. It's a great pickup. Danny Doe, does it sound terrible? Yes, I would say it was a terrible experience in terms of like personal space, but I got some great deals there. I killed it today, guys, in terms of deals. So that made me happy. If I didn't get all these deals, I would be super pissed. But luckily, I got the deals, so the show was a success for me. Andy's collection. Oh, I was set up next to Andy's collection here. I think you guys did well too. So that was cool seeing you guys setting it up next to me. So appreciate it. I wish we would have had more chance to talk. But you know how busy it was. It was just crazy busy that day or today. Marvel guy. Yeah. I'm hoping Atlanta will be a really big show. A lot of people are talking about it. So I know a lot of people that are traveling to Atlanta. So I think that's going to be a really great show. Looking forward to seeing you there. Spidey Jew's in the house. Oh man, Spidey Jew. I gave up my bronze Spider-Man PMG today. I was super sad about that. But a guy made me an offer I could not refuse, so I had to give it up. But I was thinking about you when I was doing that deal. Let's see here. Let me try to get through these comments. Hero, did I sell or buy more? Let me see here. I traded for more. I traded the most, then I sold, and then I bought. So that's the order of the value that I got. So let me tell you guys about my next deal here. So I traded these two a Magic Johnson and a Kareem Noir cards. These are the ones that have the metal borders around them. I traded it for really good value for that, for this group of raw cards here. And this group of raw, I usually don't buy raw, but I picked these up so that I could sell this on the Whatnot. I'm going to do my next Whatnot auction on Monday. The raw cards that I sold there on the last show did super, super well, did way better than my slabs. So I'm actively looking for raw cards that I can put on there for you guys. And this is like almost all Marvel cards. I think that you guys are going to be pretty happy, the guys that follow me on Whatnot. Some really cool cards here. Like these are just cheap cards that you can get, but they're pretty cool, like the Cyclops. But check this out. No, I'm going to save that for you. I'll save that. I'm not going to show you guys that. But, I got some Marvel masterpieces that I'll be able to auction off. So I got these at really good value. Let's see here. Here's a Archangel Marvel masterpiece. Check that out. I got this. I'll save these for you. Here's a Daredevil Marvel masterpiece. So that's kind of cool. Check this out, guys. I got this Mickey Mouse card. These are pretty cool. So I'll auction that off for fun. Check this out. I got a Wong PMG. These are the MCU PMGs, guys. These are not numbered. So I don't know if they're short printed. Maybe Spidey Jew can tell me about that. They're not numbered though, but they're the purple MCU PMG. So this is Wong. So this will go on Whatnot probably. I picked up this cool Deadpool acetate Palladium card. So this is cool. I'll probably put this up on Whatnot for you guys. So anybody that's interested in that stuff, it will be available. And then check this out, guys. I picked up Silk Bronze PMG. If you guys don't know who Silk is, she is I guess she's the Korean version of Spider-Man in the multiverse. I guess maybe somebody can tell me a little bit more about her. I picked this up in that deal. I don't know really how much it's worth. I just kind of picked it up for fun. I don't know what I'll do with it, if I'll grade it or if I'll put it on the Whatnot. And then I picked up these really cool canvas art cards. Star Wars, okay? Check that out. These are canvas art cards. These are numbered out of 100. So this is Chewbacca. And check it out. Han Solo right there. Okay, so these will be on the Whatnot also. Pick these up for fun. The things I sold the best on Whatnot were Marvel and Star Wars, surprisingly. So I picked these up. I traded those two cards. Value this stuff at probably about, let me see here. Value this lot about $280. So that's what I gave that guy for this. I traded him two cards for $200 value plus $80 cash, and I got that lot. I'll throw it up on Whatnot, and we'll see what we get for it. Okay, so that's one of the other deals that I did. OG card scammer. So people were saying Tom Brady retired, but then somebody told me that's fake news. So I don't know what's going on. I have not checked the news yet because I want to watch the Royal Rumble I've taped it or I'm going to watch it up back on replay. So nobody give me any spoilers about the Royal Rumble. If anybody watched the Royal Rumble today, No spoilers at all, okay? After I get done with you guys, I'm going to go watch it. So I have not checked the news yet, but I heard that's fake news that Tom Brady retired. Maybe somebody can confirm that. Yeah, and Andy's collection, he can confirm it was packed, jam-packed all day, just nonstop people at that show. It was crazy. So Spidey Jew, I don't know if you heard what I was saying before, but like so many people came up to me today to talk to me about Marvel, and they want to get into Marvel. They're just not ready to pay up for it, but people were more than willing to trade into Marvel, which is very interesting. Like I had all my Marvel PMGs up there, and I had them priced to the max, guys, because they're so hard to price right now. The prices that I gave them away, the prices that I sold my PMGs at Dallas for, those prices have already like doubled. So I had my cards priced to the max, and people were more than willing to trade into the Marvel PMGs and give me more in trade value for them, which I was like super surprised by. And I think that because I think that they just want to get into it. So although it hurts me to give these Marvel PMGs away just because I covet them so much right now, I felt like that I needed to introduce people into the Marvel category. So if I can do that, and then they can be a fan and they can buy more Marvel stuff, I think that I'm helping the category grow. So I did a whole bunch of deals today where I traded that. So let me tell you guys about the next deal that I did. Okay, Spidey Gwen. I had a red Spidey Gwen PMG. It was graded PSA 7. I traded that for F1, guys. I'm in F1 now. I am officially in F1. Okay, even though I said I probably wasn't going to do it. The guy just really wanted it. This is like the most valuable cards he had. Everybody always talks to me about F1, so I said, what the heck? So I got these cards. I don't know who the hell these guys are. Okay, don't ask me who these guys are. I had to consult with two of my friends who are big F1 guys, and they consulted the deal with me. So I'll give them a shout out in the video when I do it here. Let's see here. But I picked up these F1 cards. I think they're pretty valuable. If anybody's an F1 fan, let me know. The only guys I know are Lewis Hamilton. So I picked up a couple Lewis Hamiltons right here. And then this Sapphire. So I got really good trade value, I think, on these. But I gave up my Spidey Gwen red PMG. I gave her up at like 2,500 trade value for these 4 cards here. Okay, so that was another deal I did. Let me go through the comments here. Shiny card addict. Yes, I really should be holding on to some of these cards, but I'm getting good trade value. I'm getting good money. I'm taking profit on the cards, and I feel like I talk about it so much that I have to put it out there for people who come to me who want to buy my cards. So that's kind of what's going on there. But every time I give up a PMG, oh man, it feels like I'm losing a friend. Like honestly, guys, I love these cards so much. So it hurts me every time I'm giving it away. And the next deal that I'll tell you about, I struggled for like almost 45 minutes to do this deal. I didn't want to do it. I had to give up 2 really good PMGs. I didn't want to do it, but the guy basically like twisted my arm and I just gave into it. So I'll tell you guys about that in a second here. Let me just get through some of these comments. Okay, let's see here. Let me get through these comments. Okay, Lee. Yeah, I'm selling my PMGs high right now, but I still think that they have a lot of room to grow. There will be a correction at some point. So I'm telling people that. I'm telling people not to try to get into PMGs and flip them because I think that there will be a correction probably in a few months, but right now they are red hot. Viking is in the house. What's up? Mamba Marvels, were you there today? Yeah, you must have been set up, right? Let me know what you thought about that show, brother. Bees in house, Bethor. Yeah, a lot of Marvel cards. Like I have a full case of Marvel cards. I always go to shows and I have two display cases. So one case, one entire displays case is dedicated entirely to Marvel right now. That's how deep I am into that category. Mamba Marvels, you had your best day to date. Well, that's awesome, brother. Congratulations. Awesome. I love hearing that. Let me see here. Hero, California doesn't get snow. They get high gas prices and other stuff. Well, yeah, that's true. I can't defend that. I can't defend that. It's true. High fades, way too busy. Were you there today? High fades, let me know. But yeah, super busy, super busy. But that's a good thing, guys. Like people complain because like maybe it was too packed or too tight, but it is a good thing when a show for a vendor, it is a good thing when the show is super busy and a lot of foot traffic because that's how you get deals done. OG Card Scammer. Have I ever seen the 1985 Star Card Series 2? Yes, I have. Let's see. Incredible 21 to 50 total. I'm going to complete the set with Kareem was pictured in 5 cards. Yeah. Star cards. I saw a couple star cards come across my table today. I haven't pulled a trigger to get into one yet. But star cards are really cool, guys. Don't sleep on those. I like those cards a lot. Okay, and congratulations on your Hank Aaron OG Card Scammer. That's it's never bad to pick up the goats for sure. I picked up a couple baseball vintage baseball cards today too, which I'll tell you guys about next. Ziggy's in the house. What's up, guys? Van Nuys is sketchy. Yeah, that location, I did not feel safe, to be honest. I did not feel safe in that location, but luckily it worked out. Okay, but I would be very hesitant to go back to that location ever again. What's a cocktail? King of Cards. This is just a grapefruit soda and a little bit of vodka. So just keeping it simple for me. Don't mess with the hobby. Yes, please hit the thumbs up, guys. Please like these. This help the algorithm somehow. I don't know how it works, but I guess it helps. So please do that. Appreciate it. Please appreciate the reminder, buddy. OG Card Scammer. Yes, Merlin was with me. Merlin had a crazy day too. Merlin's Betty White sold right away, guys. So you guys might laugh at Merlin because he's got these really weird cards like Betty White autographs, but they sell. The oddball stuff sells quick. So he did very well today. I did not get a chance. I didn't even get a chance to talk to him because we were both so busy. So I'll have to debrief with him afterwards. High fades. What am I on? What am I higher on now? Marvel cards or sports? Oh, without a question, Marvel cards. Without a question, 100% full on in Marvel right now. And I'll tell you why. I'll give you a couple reasons. Number one, it's the only market that is like going up right now, while all the other markets, sports are like fluctuating or they're going down or they're really volatile. Marvel's just going like to the moon right now. So that's number one. Number two, Marvel's super fun to collect. Everybody loves Marvel. Marvel was my first love. As a kid, I collected Marvel cards first before I got into sports cards. So it's very natural for me to jump back into it. So to me, it's more interesting. Number three, they have so many things that people haven't even discovered yet. So you could do a lot of research on Marvel and just get lost for hours. And the Marvel cards, they're not overproduced like sports cards. They have really cool inserts. They're numbered. There's only a couple sets that come out every year, so it's limited. So it seems to me like a better investment right now. So those are the three main reasons that I'm really into Marvel. Although I still do sports, basketball, and I'm getting into soccer now. Those are my main things that I like to collect, and wrestling if you want to throw that in there. But Marvel is my main focus right now. I decided to go into Marvel. Like I started ramping up my Marvel collection probably about 3-4 months ago. And then when I debuted it at Dallas and the reception that I got personally from Dallas from it was enough to convince me to go all in on Marvel. I've spent a lot of money on Marvel cards the last few weeks, buying them up from auctions and grading them and things like that. So I am fully 100% into Marvel. And you know what's interesting, guys? When I was talking about this in Dallas, right? when I was talking about me being like one of the only guys, if not the only guy who has full cases dedicated to Marvel, some smartass made a comment saying that like, oh, Marvel, nobody cares about Marvel. If you're the only guy there, that just shows you that nobody cares about it. No, that dude was wrong, because I was the only guy brave enough or forward thinking enough to bring all my cards to Dallas. And the reception that I got there was enough feedback for me to go all in on this. And let me tell you, every time I bring these Marvel cards out, people swarm to my table and they just do crazy deals to try to get my Marvel cards, and they're paying up for it too. So it is not a fad. It's not me just pumping these up. This is like real stuff that I'm trying to share with you guys. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Went on a little rant. All right. Let me try to get through these comments here. Jago, reminding everybody to give a like to the stream. I appreciate that. Oh, we got a pretty good room in here, about 90 people. Dang, this is crazy, guys. Okay. B, curious, did they hire security then if the place was kind of sketchy? Yes, they did have security there. I guess he had like 3 guards there. I don't know how professional these security guards were, but they were there. So when I was in the venue, I felt safe. Walking outside on the street, not as safe. Okay. But in the venue, it was safe, except for the fact that it was just jam-packed. Beer and cardboard. Did I see any crazy cards? Yes, I did, sir. Yes, I did. Let me see if I took some pictures to remind me of some of the cards that I saw there. I saw this crazy sketch card. I'll post this on my Instagram, but check this out. This is Staff of Dom. He's a friend of mine. He donated a couple sketch cards to me, but look at that sketch card, guys. This is a sketch card. Have you ever seen anything like that? Spidey Jew, have you ever seen anything like this? This thing is amazing. I didn't even want to ask him how much he valued this at, because I knew that he wasn't going to give it up, but that was a really cool card that I saw. Let me see if I pull this out. I saw this really cool King Griffey Jr. autograph card. This was pretty cool, guys. If you've never seen this series before, they're called Chirography series. I can't get it to focus, sorry. But I'll post this stuff on my Instagram so you guys can see that. Okay. I saw a lot of PMGs. People were bringing PMGs to my table too. Check this out. This guy brought these PMGs to my table. Let me see if I can get it focused. I couldn't make a deal on these just because they're just priced a little bit too high for me to do anything. But, you know, I saw some really cool PMGs there. So that was some of the fire. So let me tell you guys about my next deal here. Check this out. One of my buddies, okay, he had this red PMG that he gave me for a steal. He gave me like the family discount price on this. So I picked this up from him. So I got this. Super cool guy. Okay. I don't even know if I want to tell you guys. If I tell you guys, you're going to be mad at me how much I paid for this. But he gave me the deal. So I'm hesitant to tell you guys because I don't want you guys to roast me in the comments about this. Okay, let me try to get to some of these comments here. Spurs super fan. My experience with Whatnot, overall positive. Overall positive. Going on the platform, it's just like doing one of these lives where I get to talk to you guys. So it's super easy, super fun to do. I went on there for like 3 hours just talking, chatting, and doing the auctions. The raw cards that I was selling on the auction sold very well, far exceeded my expectations. My slabs that I tried to sell on the platform did terrible. I lost money on all the slabs. I had to cut it off because I was losing money on the slabs. So I think the raw cards are the way to go. I sold some Funko Pops that basically I was just giving away too. So those didn't do too well, but the raw cards did very well, which is why I purposely bought like stacks of raw cards today so that I could use it on the Whatnot. I did make money. Doing that. So I can see why their expectations are for us to make like $10,000 every time we do it. If I was on there long enough, I could have reached that goal. If I had like better inventory, I definitely could have reached that goal. But it's it can be a little bit exhausting going for like 3 hours straight on that platform and then shipping all that stuff the next day. Like you have to ship it out within 2 days to get paid. So having to ship all those cards, I sold 65 items on the Whatnot stream, and to ship to group it together where I had to package like 30 packages, basically, I think maybe more than that. That was exhausting. But if you can come up with a system to pack it, I can see how that can be managed to be better. So I'm going to do another one on Monday. Hopefully my system will be better for it, where I can just do things a little bit easier. But overall, very positive experience with Whatnot. Okay, Hero, my favorite X-Men. I've got maybe 4 favorite ones that come to mind: Cyclops, Colossus, Archangel, Nightcrawler, and Wolverine. Okay, 5. Those are my top 5 X-Men. Let me see. Let's see here. OG Card Scammer, you're telling me that 2 guys cleaned out 2 shopping carts filled with retail from a show in Washington. Then you saw the same guys at Portland. Yeah, that happens a lot. Are you saying that they bought it retail and then they flipped it? They just cleaned out the retail, or did they buy out a table? Send me a follow message to that, OG. I'm curious. Shin Benjamin, yeah, the MCU PMGs. I don't think they go for that much, but I have seen some of them go for pretty high lately. The Wong is probably not worth that much, but I will put that on the Whatnot for you guys. Neo cards, you want the silk? Okay, Neo cards. The silk will. I don't know if I'm going to put the silk on Whatnot, but it will be available. Okay, I'll have that for you, buddy. Dave Hayes. Silk is a hot seller, big future in Marvel. You know what? I am almost ashamed to tell you guys, I don't know anything about Silk. I have not followed that character yet, so I have to do some research on her. I just know that she's like the Korean version of Spider-Man, and I'm always buying Asian cards. Any type of Asian characters, I'm always supporting them, because I'm Asian. So I just picked it up, but I'll have to do some research on that. Very cool. Okay, Neo, you want the silk? Okay, we'll talk, brother. We'll talk. All right, for sure. OG Card Scammer, fire it up. This guy's got a lot of energy. If you guys ever meet this guy, OG Card Scammer, in person, this guy's got super energy. He'll keep you up all night for sure. Okay, let me see. Let me get through these comments here. Oh, Junkyard Goat Hunters news from TMZ says he retired. So is it confirmed that Tom Brady retired? That makes me sad, guys. He had his best season ever. Oh man, that sucks. I wanted to see him play one more year. Okay, Andrew Lee, how am I feeling regarding the Panini NFT market? I don't really play in the NFT space. I realize that NFTs are a thing for now. I do see value in them if they have associated value through the smart contracts and the blockchain technology that they go off of. But as collectibles and as artwork, I think they're junk, most of them. But if they have other value associated with it besides just collectability and artwork, I think they're play. But I don't mess with those at all. Jago, stop trying to give me these Royal Rumble spoilers, okay? No Royal Rumble spoilers, guys, okay? Please, please, please. I will ban you from the chat if anybody drops a spoiler. I'm about to watch this. After I get done talking to you guys, I will watch this. Let me give you guys my next deal here that I went through. Oh, if you guys don't know Pecco Collections, he got me this gift here. He was in Hawaii and he picked up this. So he got me this. If you guys don't know who Pecco Collection is, he's like a 15-year NFL vet who has, I guess he's retired now, but now he does card trading full time. Super cool guy, him and his son. Go check him out on Instagram, Pecco Collections. Go check him out on Whatnot. They do Soccer Sundays where they sell a lot of soccer cards and they give great deals. Super nice guy. I love that dude, and he gave me this gift. So shout out to Pecco Collections for this. Okay. Let me see what's the next deal that I could do for you guys. Okay. So here's the big deal. Here's the big deal that went down for me. Some dude came up to me and he wanted my Steph Curry Kaboom, the 8.5. That's the one that I picked up in Dallas. He wanted that. And he wanted my Spider-Man Bronze PMG, PSA 8, and my Hulk Red PMG, the Alpha #1, SGC 8.5. And at first, at first I just told him, I said, pay me cash. He didn't want to do it. And this dude like sat around, his name's Tim. He sat around my table for like 45 minutes, just like pushing me to do deals. And I was trying to defend. I was trying to defend the Curry. Well, I wanted to move the Curry, but like he wanted my PMGs, and I was trying to defend the PMGs. I was trying to stiff arm him, right, for like 45 minutes. And I got all this on tape, guys. So I'll have to cut it up and it'll be in the vlog. But he was just like so persistent that he really wanted to get into my PMGs. And we were structuring deals, all sorts of different types of deals. The deal was small, then it got big, then it got small again. But this is what I got from him, okay? You guys ready to see this? Okay. Number one is I got Mickey Mantle, PSA 5. This is a 1958 Topps Mickey Mantle. Anytime you can pick up vintage baseball, it's always a good play. So pick this up. We valued this at like, I think $800 or maybe $1,000 for this. I can't remember. Okay. I have to look at my notes. Second thing that I picked up from that trade was this really cool 1951 Connie Mack book, Babe Ruth card, PSA 2. Check that out, guys. Pretty cool card. Okay. I'm valuing this at like at least $1,000, but you know, I would probably try to sell it for more. But that's the value that I gave him on this card, okay? For this. And then the big boy, this is what pushed me over for it. I gotta take it out of the case to show you guys. Give me a second here. Okay. I had it in a graded guard here. Michael Jordan, 86 Flair, PSA 7. Very clean copy, guys. Okay. Very good centering, very good eye appeal, no edging issues. Very clean 7. I think it's an undergraded 7, to be honest. Let me see if I can give you guys a clear look at that. Okay. So he traded me, and he basically begged me. He begged me to take these cards from him because he wanted the PMGs so badly. So basically gave him all this. I value all this probably close to $8,000. So he paid up for those PMGs. Like he gave me my value on those PMGs for sure. And even though he gave me these really great cards, these two cards are always good. This Babe Ruth is really cool. Let me show you guys. This Babe Ruth is really cool, but this Jordan 7, these things I buy, sell, trade these Jordans all the time. So I'm very knowledgeable about this. I'll be able to like liquidate this pretty quick, I think. But he gave me really good values for those. But after I made that that trade with him, I really was a little bit sad because I had to give up my Spider-Man bronze PMG and the Hulk. Those are really hard cards to get, but I got very good value out of them with this trade. So that's what I had to give up. So that was my biggest trade of the day for this. Value of all this, about $8,000. Okay. So I valued my two PMGs that I gave him, the bronze and the red, Spider-Man and the Hulk, at about $5,000, and then that Steph Curry for about $3,000. And he was happy to do it, guys. I gave him every opportunity to walk away. I said, "Are you sure? We don't have to do this, buddy. You know, I don't want to pressure you." I was like pushing him away. And he just like would not leave my table. He just kept bugging me. He really wanted it. So, he gave me an offer that I couldn't refuse, and I think that he's very happy to be in the Marvel PMG market. All right, let me try to get through some more comments here. David, is there a lot of hockey at the Dallas show? Yeah, I would say so. I mean, here in California, we don't mess with hockey at all, but at the Dallas show, yeah, for sure. There's a good amount. It's not like dominant or anything, but there's a good amount of hockey for sure. Don't mess with the hobby. No, I'm not buying F1, but somebody traded me for one of my PMGs and gave me all this F1. And I had to consult with a couple guys, but they said that I did really well in the trade. So I guess so. I don't know anything about this, guys. I didn't even look up comps. Okay. I just trusted my friends who are in the F1 market to negotiate the deal for me. And they said that I got a really good deal for this. Okay. I got about $2,500 in value with these cards, trading my Spidey Gwen PMG. Okay. Beer and cardboard. Yeah, the show is going on tomorrow also. I don't know how packed is it going to be because it was just so crazy today. I know a lot of people are not going back to the show. A lot of vendors are not going back to the show tomorrow, but they are going to have a Sunday show. Yeah, I was surprised too. What like F1 is one of the hottest sports that people are collecting right now, right? But this guy really wanted to get into Marvel. But what I'm noticing, right, is that people they want to get into Marvel, but they're not ready to pay cash for it. They want to trade out of whatever cards they have to get into Marvel just because it's an easier transition for them. So if I can help people get into the Marvel cards by doing that, I'm more than happy to do that just to get more people into the category. But yes, he did trade me these F1 cards, and I'll just show you guys if you missed it before. So I don't even know who this is. George Russell. This is the George Russell Refractor. Okay. I think it's worth like maybe like $300, $400. This guy, I don't know who he is. Guan Yu Zhao. He's a Chinese driver, I guess. This is a purple refractor. It's a PSA 9 Pop 1. I value this probably close to $1,000. This is numbered also, numbered to 399. So they said that this guy's like a hot up and coming driver. And then Lewis Hamilton, I know who this guy is, right? So this is a base chrome card. This is valued about $550, $600, PSA 10. And then this is a Sapphire edition, PSA 10. This is valued about $1,600, $1,550 to like $1,600. Okay, so that's what I picked up for my trade. I got all this for my Spidey Gwen Red PMG PSA 7, so about $2,500 in value, something like that. Okay, let me go through these comments. Shin Benmaru, yes, I would rather have Marvel cards, to be honest, but again, so many people were coming up to me today where they wanted to trade into Marvel. I felt like I had a good opportunity to pick up really good value for my cards, but also I wanted to bring people into the category. You know, I can't just be like hoarding all these Marvel cards, right? And just showing them off to people. I need to allow people to get into this category, especially if they're local to my community. Like all these people I did deals with, I see them a lot. Most of them, I see them at all the shows. So, you know, if I can just spread the love, the Marvel love a little bit, I'm willing to do that. See. Oh, Matthew. Yes, Matthew's the guy. This is Matthew right here, man. He'll be on the video, but he's the one who I traded this. So I hope you're glad with that, man. I picked up this. I don't know anything about these, but I took your word for it, and I hope you're very happy with the Spidey Gwen. Okay. Oh, Andrew Lee giving me a tip. Thank you so much, Andrew Lee. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. I always appreciate guys that support me and use that tip application. So thank you very much, brother. All right, let me try to go through these comments here. Give me a second. Let me just filter through these real quick here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. DJS, did I defend my Jordan? Yes, I had to defend my Jordan against one guy. He wanted to trade me like a couple like vintage baseball cards, like a Hank Aaron for it. And I'm sure the values would have matched up somewhat, but I would rather have a Jordan than a Hank Aaron. And then somebody else wanted to trade me something for the Jordan. I can't remember some like modern basketball cards, but I just rather have the Jordan. And if you're joining late, I did pick up another Jordan PSA 7 right there. So I did pick this up today. OG card scammer. This Jordan, I probably value this between like 62, 6,500 just because it has the better eye appeal. Yeah. So I think the comps are about like 58 is the last sale, but I value this a little bit higher because of the eye appeal, guys. And I dare anybody to tell me that this is not a clean looking 7. I dare anybody in the chat to tell me this is not a clean looking Jordan 7. The back is clean. Okay. The front is good. Centering is good. All the eye appeal is good. Slightly off-centered from left to right, but just barely. You can barely see it with your naked eye. Very clean copy. Money Mike, I did not see any Star 101 Jordans today, but honestly, I didn't get a chance to walk around. Like, it was so busy that I only walked to a table to pick up this Jean Grey red PMG. I only walked like down one of the aisles to pick this up, and then after that, I didn't go anywhere just because it was so packed. Sam, I am not selling any of the vibraniums. I only have one. I only have a Cyclops, and I'm looking to pick up more, but I'm not selling any of those. I'm going to be sitting on those for a while. So you won't see any of those being sold at the show from me. Poke Hollow Sports, you want to get me into UFC, huh? Okay. We will one day we will meet, and I will try to do a deal with you for a UFC card. I don't know anything about UFC. I guess I would pick up like a GSP card or a Conor McGregor card. I like those two guys. But yeah, we'll do a deal someday, dude. Don't worry. Let me try to get through these comments here. Dave Hayes, yes. So, with Marvel cards, I don't think Marvel is a flipping opportunity. I think Marvel is good, like, buy, hold, let it appreciate, especially the way it's going right now. Grade it, buy raw, grade it. I think that's the play. I would not be buying any graded Marvel cards and trying to flip them just because I just worry that it could get like there could be a correction at some point because the prices are so dang high right now, and it's so competitive, but it's still very early in the stages. People are still getting in, so I think that there's still going to be several months of this run up, but there's got to be a correction at some point, right, guys? I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. That's just kind of like what I'm predicting. All right. JV Rams 8. Dan, need your advice regarding Michael Phelps PMG graded 9 CSG and switch it to PSA. What do you think? Yes, crack it, send it PSA all day. CSG is not, they don't hold, CSG does not hold any value right now. They have to do a lot of marketing before they will be even comparable to like an SGC. But they are good value, guys. I mean, if you and I'm only talking about the premium value added with the label. I'm not talking about their credibility as a grading service. I'm sure that they grade very high standards and they do everything that all the other grading companies do. But in terms of premium value, I don't see any value with that label. So it's a very good play to pick up any of these CSG graded cards, crack them, send them to PSA, especially the Phelps. And guys, those 2013, I'm just going to put this little tidbit here in my live just for the people that are watching this right now, because the people who watch it on the playback, they're probably never going to see this. They'll skip over it. But 2013 Upper Deck exclusive PMGs, that is the set. If you guys pay attention and you see what those Tiger Woods are selling for right now, that is the set to get. So if you guys can ever pick up any of those PMGs, go for it. Hi Fade. So I did not know that PSA won't grade the sketch cards. I have seen BGS grade sketch cards. I don't know. I think you have to ask them. I think they will grade some, but if they think it's a custom card, maybe they won't grade it. I don't know. I don't see too many of those, to be honest. Okay. Sayad Khan, opinion on LeBron cards. He's bound to be a points leader. Do you think it's priced in or still upside for LeBron? I think LeBron cards are down right now. I have a couple of his rookies and they are down right now. So I would imagine that they have to go up. I mean, it's LeBron James. He's like one of the best players of all time, right? So I think that the fact that the Lakers are struggling right now probably hurts him and people take him for granted. But I do think like if his cards are down, if you believe in the card market, then it will go up. If you believe in the basketball market, then the first card that will go up will be LeBron. OG card scammer. That Ken Griffey Jr. is not my card. I only took a picture of it. I was not able to acquire that card, but it is beautiful. But if I ever find one, I'll try to get it and I'll hook you up, brother. Adam Griffin. Okay. What's your thoughts on Sports Card Investor doing shows talking about investing in vintage recently? Seems like a big change from the constant hyping ultra modern. Well, okay, a couple things here. Number one is ultra modern is tanking badly, guys. Like I think that I think the cat is out of the bag with ultra modern cards. I don't buy a lot of those cards myself unless they're really high end cards like immaculate, flawless autograph cards. But I'm not buying any of those regular prisms, the color parallels. I've given you guys my opinion on those before. I think they're junk. I got a lot of heat for that. A lot of people got really mad at me when I said that like modern base cards and things like that are junk. But the fact is that there's just too many out there. They get traded a lot, and that causes price volatility. Okay. They may be popular for collecting. They may be good at entry level collecting, but they are very, very volatile. And the market is showing that right now. So it would be very, I mean, as from a content creator's perspective, like you can't just be talking about stuff when the market keeps going down, right? So he's got to pivot to something else that's a little bit more interesting. And I think vintage cards are a natural play. And if we are to believe all the statistics that he quoted, where he says that vintage cards have risen overall compared to modern cards, then yeah, I think that it's good for him to talk about that stuff. Just because I think it's good for education for a lot of people, and it will bring awareness to the modern card market, which may help prop it up a little bit. Which is why, I picked up these two bad boys. If you guys didn't see this earlier, I picked up this Mantle and this Babe Ruth earlier, right? So modern cards are probably some of the safest cards that you can invest in my opinion, just because they're always going to be limited. And if you buy the GOATs, Mantle, Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Sandy Koufax, those kind of guys. If you buy these type of guys, they're like the safest bets you can make, and they will always, always go up. Even though I don't collect modern baseball at all, but I will definitely collect vintage baseball. So I think it's very interesting that he talks about it, and I like it. I like the different type of content. But some of those vintage baseball cards that he was suggesting, those sound like junk to me. I've never even heard of any of those guys that he was suggesting. So very, very interesting that he would pick those guys to talk about. Okay, OG Card Scammer, thank you for reminding me. Yes, Whatnot Live I'll do my second Whatnot show on Monday. I'll probably do it at 6 o'clock. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, but I think 6 o'clock will probably be a good time to do that show. Shin, yes, the Phoenix will be sold at some point. It will be available at some point. I will give you first dibs on this, brother. Just message me about it, okay? But I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be cheap, okay? Let's see. JY Breaks, what's the best PMG I have? Well, I would say it was the Spider-Man Bronze, which was my favorite, but I gave that away today, so I'm super sad about that. Let me see. Let me look through my list here real quick. Here, I'll tell you. Oh, that's easy. It's the red Iron Man PMG that I just picked up. That is my favorite PMG right now. This is at grading. I'll show you guys a picture of it. I picked this up at the last show. I paid up big time for it. It is at grading right now, PSA. Hopefully it comes back in like a week or so, and hopefully I get a decent grade. If I get an 8, I'll be super happy. If I get a 7, I'll be very sad. But I'll still be happy because I have it though. But super, super cool card. So that is my favorite PMG. B Thor, Panini NFTs suck in your opinion? Yes. I haven't even seen them, but I would probably agree with you. Andrew Lee. Yes, of course I watched the Book of Boba Fett. I know a lot of people are talking bad about that show, but give it a chance, guys. Give it a chance. It's the only thing that we have of ever a Boba Fett. So let's not like turn our noses on it, right? Let's just enjoy it for what it is. It's Boba Fett content that we've never had before. And that last episode, should I give you spoilers? That last episode, I'm not going to give you guys spoilers in case you haven't watched it, but the last episode was pretty awesome. So, yes, I do love that show. Brad Campbell, when do I think the PMG comes soaring back down to reality? I would give it a few months. I don't see it happening anytime soon, honestly. And I know this is another tip I'll give you guys for the guys that are watching the live right now. And because I know you guys will watch this, and the people who skip over this, they won't see this, but I'll give you guys this information. I know there are big things happening in the industry that are going to push Marvel cards. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I've been sworn to secrecy on this. I've been sworn to secrecy, but I know that there are going to be things that are coming from big players in the industry that will be pushing Marvel cards. So that gives me the feeling that the Marvel market will still be soaring for at least a few more months before eventually it will come down to a correction. But this is what's going to cause the correction. Okay, the supply has to exceed the demand. Right now, the demand is sky high, right? And the supply is very limited. So when that supply exceeds the demand, that's when you'll see the correction. But with Marvel cards, they're a little bit insulated. They're not the same as sports cards, okay? Because Marvel cards are very limited. They're numbered. They weren't overproduced. So will we ever see the supply exceed the demand? I don't know. That's a good question. I know right now we're seeing a lot of people who have low cost bases. They are putting their cards on eBay and they are going for crazy prices on eBay. How long that will continue, I don't know. Okay, but I think that it's good for at least several more months. I think it's going to be good for the whole year, to be honest. But don't rely on me for that. Okay, so that's the tip that I give you guys. JY Breaks, is the PMG employee exclusive better than the regular PMGs? That depends on who you ask, but if you ask me, I would say yes, and I'll tell you why. The employee exclusives are limited to 125 cards. There's only 6 cards in the set, and they are of people that they will never, ever make PMGs of again unless they make another crazy exclusive for them. But there's no reason for them to do it. Mike Tyson, there's never going to be another. There's never going to be a boxing set PMGs. Okay. Hulk Hogan. They could make no. Panini has a license now, so they can't even make wrestling PMGs anymore. They'll never make another Hulk Hogan PMG. Michael Phelps, what set will he appear in? Who's the other one? Oscar De La Hoya, another boxing guy. Tiger Woods, they'll never make a golf PMG set. And then Rory McIlroy. So the people that they have in there are like the goats of their sport. So they'll just never make those guys again. And that's why that set is so iconic. All right, Dave Hayes says that Tom Brady won the Royal Rumble tonight. Okay, Dave, you gave me a spoiler, so I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna have to block you. No, I'm just kidding, dude. No, in case you guys are joining, no Royal Rumble spoilers, please. I'm gonna run this for maybe I don't know. I gotta go through these, but maybe another half hour or so. But I'm gonna go watch it after this. Okay, so no spoilers at all, or you will be banned. Marvel guy. I am actively buying Marvel Platinum portraits. I just haven't picked any up yet just because I haven't found the ones that I want at the price point I want. But yes, I will be buying those at some point. And I do think that since they are a crossover from sports, that they will be something that will be very desirable. Yes, Adam Pecco. If you guys don't know who Pecco Domata Pecco is, go look him up. He's a super cool guy, but he's a 15-year NFL vet. And if you watch him play, that guy's a beast. He is scary huge. This dude is scary huge in real life, but he has like he's like a big teddy bear. He's like super nice, super cool dude. You just want to hang out with him and talk to him. But when you look at him, he's scary looking. Serious collector. It is very, very difficult to buy PMGs on eBay right now. They are very competitive and they're going for like sky high, stupid prices. Like honestly, probably some of them have been shill bid. Um, to be honest. So yeah, I am not buying much on eBay right now. I just can't pay those prices. If I can get them at a show, that's probably the best deal that I can get. But people who have PMGs, they're very aware of what's going on. So they're pricing their PMGs high. But with PMGs right now, like even if they're priced at the top of the market today, you could still buy it and the market could increase the next week. So there is that play to make. But definitely very hard to buy on eBay right now. Money Mike, can't go wrong with the Jordan PSA 7. No, sir. Check this out. Pick this up. Had to give up 2 PMGs to get it, but I think it was a very fair deal for both sides, and I'm happy to pick up another Jordan. I will buy, sell, trade Jordans every day, all year long. It is the most desirable basketball card. It is the most liquid basketball card out there. Hero, no, hell no. This Jordan will never be on Whatnot. I'll put it as at a like a buy it now price, but I will not be running this at auction just because I can't take that chance, guys. Some of the slabs that I put on Whatnot auction, I lost like a lot of money on. So I'm scared. I would never do that. Axel's in the house. Axel, let's see here. You used to poop on NFTs until your girlfriend got you into it. Now it is allowing me to quit my job. Really? I own an NFT that allows me to play ice poker basically free all day. Wow. Well, first of all, congratulations on that, brother. I'm super happy, and I love hearing those type of stories. I'm sure people can do very well in the NFT market. It's just for me, I'm just not in that space right now. I'm having too much fun with cards, but I do realize that people can make a lot of money flipping NFTs, and I do see future value in them. Shin, yeah. So I didn't want to give up the Curry Kaboom. I didn't want to give up the 2 PMGs, but he gave me my top value for those cards. Like he did not even well, he did negotiate with me. He pushed me for like 45 minutes, but at the end, I just told him, I said, I didn't want to do the deal. Um, and he said, okay, I will give you your full value on those because he wanted the cards that bad. And I just thought to myself, he's giving me some great cards. Okay. This Mantle is pretty liquid. This, where is it? This Babe Ruth I've never seen before. It's super rare. It's like a pop 6 card, guys. Super rare card. I think it's cool. I think I can get good money for this. And then this Jordan is like very liquid, and it's one of the cleanest copies that I've seen before. I just could not refuse the deal that he offered me. And then also I thought to myself, he really wants to get into Marvel, but he doesn't want to pay up for it, right? He doesn't want to pay money, cash. So this is his way of getting into the Marvel card market, the Marvel category. So I said, okay, you know what? To spread the Marvel love, I'll do the deal with the guy. So I think he was happy and I'm happy. I'm happy I got the cards, but I'm super sad that I gave up those cards too. So I feel like I lost a friend, to be honest. But it's okay. It's okay. Cards come and go. All right, let me get through this here. I'm almost caught up on the comments, I think, here. By the way, at the card show, I saw a lot of like big name out of towners. Like I saw Roth Cards there. I saw that guy who's an expert on fake cards. I forget his name because I've never actually met him, but I've seen his videos where he talks about identifying fake cards. I saw that guy there. So I saw a bunch of YouTubers there. Sasha T was there. So a lot of guys came from out of town, or a lot of big names came there. Serious Collector, I'm not going to highlight that comment, but don't play with me. Serious Collector, don't play. LA Hobbyist is in the house. This guy's, let me tell you guys, if you guys don't know who AJ is, he's the LA Hobbyist. He holds meetups in Southern California for the card community. Super cool guy, one of the hardest working dudes in the hobby right now. He was not part of the show at all, yet he helped and volunteered to be an extra crew member for the show. So he didn't set up his cards or anything like that. So props to him for helping run a smooth show today. So check him out on Instagram, the LA Hobbyist. Super cool guy. I did an interview with him on his channel on YouTube. I checked, if you guys want to see something entertaining, I did an interview where I basically lectured him for like 45 minutes on all the bad card moves that he did. So if you guys want to see me lecture this poor kid and threaten to slap him in the face, go watch his video on that. Matthew, thank you very much, Matthew, for the trade. I appreciate it. I hope that you're very happy with the Marvel card, and I hope that you'll get more deeper into the Marvel category. And, you know, who knows? Maybe you'll get me into collecting F1 now. So I appreciate that, brother. And yes, I'll do a deal with you anytime. $40-something. I don't see the 86 Flair Jordan ever do $1 million again. Well, it never did $1 million. The highest price it did was like 730,000. But believe me, guys, mark my words, that will be $1 million card one day. If there's any basketball, well, there have been basketball cards that have gone for over $1 million. But I think that the 86 Flair PSA 10 Jordan, you know, it could very well be $1 million card in 10 years, you know, with inflation, right? So I do predict that will happen. Let's see here. Let me get through this. Money Mike, am I going to crack this Jordan and send it to BGS? No, I will not. But I am tempted to try to regrade it again because sometimes they do undergrade cards. I've had a friend who had a PSA 8, cracked it, came back a PSA 9. That just shows you about PSA grading, right? But yeah, you know, maybe that could be a play. Who knows? But probably not. Probably not. All right, let me try to get through this. If I miss your comment, guys, sorry. There's just a lot of people in the chat right now. I'm trying to get through as many as I can here. I don't want to keep you guys here all night. Let me try to get through these here. If I miss your question and you really want me to answer, just copy and paste it again. I did not do the Super Express. I did the regular Express, which is $150. That's what I did for the Iron Man PMG. So I should get it back in about like maybe a week and a half or so. Viking Sword, you know, I don't really know I can't really give you a good answer to that. I'll just say that PSA, when I send cards to grade at PSA, it's totally random. I don't overthink it. I just send it off because to me, it's easier to sell a card when it's graded. And I don't really bank on the grade or anything like that. I just sell it and then I'll just put the cost of grading into my price for that card. Mervin, if you're interested in Jordan, we can talk about it. But if you try to trade up for it, you better bring some good stuff. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to give you the Jordan defense, okay? But we'll talk about it, brother. I'll give you first shot for sure. Money Mike, this is turning into the Marvel channel. Might lose a sports car collector. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys. Sorry. I like to talk about the things that I collect. And right now, my focus is on Marvel. I still collect sports. As you can see, I picked up baseball today. I picked up basketball. I picked up F1. I picked up soccer. So I try to talk about everything. But, dude, this is what I collect. So, but I think the stuff that we talk about can apply to all sports. But I mean, I can't help it, guys. Marvel is super hot right now, and it's fun. And everybody that I talk to about Marvel cards, they love it. So that's just what's going on right now. That is the topic of the day. Albert Jones, what's the Jordan behind me? This is a PSA magazine where they did this Jordan cover. I think it's beautiful, guys. If I could put this in a C slab where they grade this magazine, I would do it because look at this, guys. This is beautiful. I love this thing. I love this thing. Very cool. I'll probably frame it, to be honest. Okay. Let me try to get through this here. B Thor, yes. I got the entire deal of me trading my Curry Kaboom, my two PMGs, the Spider-Man and the Hulk for this. For these 3 cards. I'll tell you right now, it's a long, I got to cut it up because it's like 45 minutes. This dude would not leave my table. I tried to shut the deal down many times. I told him, like, he kept trying to get cash out of me. He kept trying to do the cash trade deal, but doesn't he know that, like, I invented that move, the cash trade deal? This dude was trying to put that on me, and I kept saying, no. I'm not going to give you cash on this deal because he valued his cards really high. And I had to give him the stiff arm a couple times, right? And I tried to get him to get away from the table, but he just would not leave, and he really wanted those cards. So at the end of the day, he paid me my full value on the cards, and he gave me the cards I wanted, and he got the cards he wanted, so he's happy. So that was all caught on camera. I just got to cut it up and edit it, but that will probably be the video that I release on Monday for you guys. Okay. Axel, no, the roof and the mantle right here. These will be available immediately. I'll put my price on it, and whoever wants to pay me my price or make me a deal for these will be available. So I guess they're going to be flips for me, but I'll put a price on this where I can sit on these for a while because you cannot lose on vintage baseball. In my opinion, you cannot lose on vintage baseball. It's always going to be desirable. It's always going to be a play, and these cards always hold their value. So that's what my plan is for that. Breakout cards. Yes, the guy who talks about like identifying fake cards. I guess his name is Ryan Nolan. His Instagram is Breakout Cards. I did see him there today. I just never met the guy, so I don't really know him. Wesley, do I ever get emotional about trade sales and can't let a card go even if the deal is good? Normally, I would say yes. No, actually, normally I would say no. I'm not very emotional about the cards because I buy and trade cards all the time. And for me, what I love the most is the process of, buying, selling, trading. I love that aspect. That's what gets me high, right? So normally I try not to get really attached to cards, but man, these PMGs are very, very difficult for me. I am really loving these things right now. So every time I give one up, it is difficult. So that is the exception to that rule for me. Every time I give one up, I feel like even though I get exactly what I want for the card, right? Every time I give it up, I feel like I got the bad end of the deal, even though they give me exactly what I want. Maybe I'm underpricing these things or something like that. I don't know, but I think I'm pricing them pretty high, and people are still paying up for them. It's just hard to let these things go because they're so cool. And when you have a whole collection of them, and you fill up the entire display case with PMGs, especially the ones that I like to collect, red PMGs, it looks nice, dude. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. It's making me sad. All right, let me go through these comments here. LA Hobbyist, if you want to crack at the Jordan, yes, I'll give you a crack at the Jordan, but you must get out of your debt first before I even talk to you. Do not come to my table until you're out of your debt. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go watch his video where I lecture him on that. Marvelous. Yeah, I'm still live. I'm still trying to get through all these damn comments. So many people commenting here. We got 130 people in the room. Oh man, my lives are growing though, guys. Usually I used to do it when I was doing my lives. I would get like 40 people in, and then it rose to 60. Then it went to 80. then it went to 90. Now we're breaking 100. So it's pretty damn cool. I would have to say that I'm getting this type of support. So thank you guys so much. Everybody that always jumps in my lives, everybody that comments, everybody that engages with me, thank you guys so much for your support. I love it. I love this community that we're growing together, this curator army. Everybody's cool with each other. Everybody's a gentleman investor. Everybody's nice and polite and all that stuff that I preach. So I love the support. Thank you guys so much. And hit the like button if you can. That helps me out. Chris, I don't think it's too late on Marvel. I honestly don't, guys. Believe me, we always talk about Marvel PMGs, but PMGs are only one type of insert that they have. There are so many Marvel inserts out there that you guys don't even know about. But if you saw it, you would think it's damn cool. So they're like, they have only just like scratched the tip of the iceberg, scratch the surface, the very tip of the iceberg with Marvel cards. There's a lot more to come. That's all I'll tell you guys. And I am not even the expert on Marvel cards. Do not think that I am the expert. There are people way more knowledgeable than me, like Spidey Jew. He's the guy that I always go to with my questions, that are talking about things like that. So there is a lot more to come. Okay. Do not think that Marvel cards are a fad. They are not. Believe me. I'm not putting all my money, but I am putting a lot of money. Okay. Tens of thousands of dollars that I invest in cards, I am allocating to Marvel right now. That's how strongly I believe in it. Yeah, I appreciate this comment, Eric Johnson. I had to give up my Marvel PMGs, but my cost basis on that was low compared to the value that I got in return. And it, like you said, it hedges me against any downturn in the Marvel market. So picking up vintage baseball is probably some of the safest plays that you can make. And then to get a Jordan 7 out of it, guys, these things, like, this is the most liquid basketball card ever. I bought and sold like over 10 of these in the last year. So I know this market very well, and I'm very confident in that deal. Don't give away these Marvel inserts. Let me buy some on eBay first before we start talking about which Marvel cards to buy, okay? Don't be giving away these secrets, man. Okay, so I'll give you guys this tip, all right? Toa mentioned this. Anything that's a sport crossover to Marvel will do very well. That's the only thing I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you guys anything else. You have to do your own research because you're going to be competing with me on eBay for this stuff. So I don't want to give everything away, but that's the tip that I will give you guys. Okay. Myra's in the house. What's up? B, which Jordan rookie card PSA grade is most liquid? Honestly, my opinion is all of them. All grades are liquid because people have different price points. Some people are willing to spend $1,000. Some people are willing to spend $20,000, right? Everybody has a different price point that they're comfortable with, but everybody wants the Jordan. And they will get into it at every different level, from a 1 all the way up to a 10, right? So you can never go wrong with the Jordan cards. Mervin, no. I also have a 6. I have a 7, and I also have a 6. So I always have at least one Jordan card in my collection, but right now I have 2. All right, let me see if I can tell you. Let me tell you, guys, about all my deals. I think I told you about everything, but let me just go through this here. Yeah, so I basically told you guys about all my trades, but I'll go for it again for people who weren't here. Basically, I picked up all these raw cards. These will be in the whatnot. These are like Marvel cards and some really cool Star Wars cards. So check out these. Check out these stellar signature. These are like canvas art cards. I got this one, and I got Chewbacca. I picked up a silk bronze PMG, and then a Deadpool Palladium card. A Wong purple PMG, Mickey Mouse card right here. This is cool. And a bunch of like random Marvel cards. All this stuff, or most of this stuff, will be on the Whatnot auction. So you guys can check that out. Picked up these F1 cards in a trade with Matt. So I got F1. I am officially in F1 right now. Picked up this very rare Immaculate Ronaldo from Sunday League Investor. This was featured on Golden's Instagram page. It's number 1, the alpha, number 1 in the series, 1 of 25. He wrote the 7 in the signature, so that's pretty cool. And then this was in the 2014 basketball Immaculate set when they were testing out. So pick that up. Picked up the 2 vintage baseball cards. This Babe Ruth card is super cool. Check that out, guys. And Mickey Mantle. Picked up the Jordan 7. And then picked up this Gene Dark Phoenix PMG 8. Okay. And then I sold a couple cards. But you guys won't want to hear about that. I'll just tell you. I sold my Doctor Strange Jambalaya. I gave that up to my buddy Brandon. Sold my Captain America Bronze PMG. Gave that one up. Gave up the Spider-Gwen Red PMG. And then gave up my Spider-Man Bronze PMG and my Hulk Red PMG. So a lot of PMGs went out to new homes today. JY Breaks, what Marvel wax do you suggest buying? I would not be buying any Marvel 90s wax unless you're going to keep it in the box and sell it sealed. I would not be buying any wax to open up. There's just too much out there, and you're not guaranteed to get a high grade card. And the cards that are going to be worth money are they're going to be like the PSA 10. So don't even waste your time with that unless you're collecting sealed wax. For modern wax, anything like that's not recent is going to be super expensive. I wouldn't even touch it. If you're going to be buying modern stuff, you can be buying that Japanese anime one. That what's it called? I forget. It's called like Weiss Schwartz or something like that. That's the one that just came out, so that's a good one to buy. If you can still get the X-Men Marvel X-Men Metal that came out last year, 2020. If you still get those boxes, those are a buy. And then the new Spider-Man that's coming out, Spider-Man Metal, those are definitely a buy. And then if you can get any of the Black Diamond boxes, but those are going to be pricey. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Mamba Marvels. Yeah, man. Like I'm super hyped from that show. This is not acting, guys. This is like me just sharing my passion with you guys. I'm still like calming down. I was like so like jittery from the show because it felt like it was like nonstop action, but it felt like I was in like a gladiator arena, man. I was like surrounded by people. It was claustrophobic, but I was just like doing deals left and right. I didn't even go to the bathroom for like 7 hours, guys. I was there standing at my table, just doing deal after deal after deal. And it was like just battle, just like I was on my toes each time because people were trying to like get deals out of me. So I had to like negotiate really hard with them, but it was all good. This is what the game is about. This is card life. This is what we talk about, guys. This is card life. So had a lot of fun today, but just like very, very worn down from all the activity. And I'm pretty sure after I get off with the live with you guys, I'm going to like knock out. That's why I had to like make myself a drink to kind of calm down my nerves because it was just such a crazy day. A lot of people are complaining about that show, but that show was honestly, it was a great show. It was just the venue was not ideal for the amount of traffic that came in there. That's my only critique of the show. But the guy, Chris, who runs it, I give him all the props because it is not easy organizing these shows, guys. Believe me. And I saw that he was super stressed out today. So I want to like applaud him for putting on the show, for the community, for organizing everything. I had a great time. LA hobbyist Don Diego. Yeah, she let the cat out of the bag on that one. That card, those boxes, those Japanese anime, the Weiss Schwartz ones, they were like $100, and now they're like what, $250 a box? Crazy. All right, guys. I think I got all the way down to all the questions. I told you guys about all the deals. So I think now's a good time for me to kind of sign off so I can watch the Royal Rumble. Thank you guys for not spoiling that for me. I'm going to go really enjoy that. It's my favorite pay-per-view. I'm going to enjoy that. And then I'm probably going to knock the hell out for like a week after today. But I will try to edit the video for you guys so that you can see the vlog yourself on Monday. FYI, I probably didn't get a lot of great shots just because the way that the show was set up, I couldn't really position my camera very well, but I'll try to do some movie magic and try to edit it to make it entertaining for you guys. Follow, just FYI, also reminder, follow me on Whatnot. I will be having my next Whatnot stream on Monday at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's what I'm going to go with right now. That might change, but I'm going to have some good stuff on there for you guys. So please check it out. Use my code that I have on my Instagram profile. You get $10 free, okay? If you don't know how to find that, just message me on Instagram, and I will let you guys know about that. And then enjoy the football games tomorrow, guys. Should be a great weekend for everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. All the people that I met today at the show, super cool meeting all of you guys. I love meeting the Curator Army at the shows. So anytime you guys go to the shows and you see me there, don't be shy. Always stop by, chat with me a little bit. I appreciate the support, guys. All right. Have a good night. I will talk to you guys next time.